We're still working on this stack, so I'm gonna get talking. So we covered the Renaissance a bit. James might talk about it later. He might talk about Nobody 2 later, but I'm on The Amazing Race when the camera cut out. So I'll say I watched this not because I'm a fan. I haven't watched very much Amazing Race stuff, even though it's been on for 33 seasons or more, I guess now. This is the 33rd season, was 2022, so probably more now. Then, but I'm familiar with it, and I watched this whole season, and I was watching it while I was on the cross-country skiing machine, and that I like that. But honestly, I found that I didn't put in as many strides watching The Amazing Race somehow as I did even watching Midsomer Murders. And when I watched horror movie stuff, I did way more strides. So I would actually recommend, if you're watching TV while exercising, then and you want to get the most out of your exercise session, get some horror movies. But the reason that I got this is because my mom, she told me that she wanted me to be her Amazing Race partner. She wanted to do the Amazing Race with me, and that was 20 years ago or something like that. And I guess maybe I should have done it with her, but I don't even know if Canadians are allowed to do it. We'd have to come up with a Canadian edition or something like that of The Amazing Race. But anyway, my mom would be a great partner to have on The Amazing Race, even though she's not really young anymore, and neither am I. But she loves making things, learning how to make new things, and she's really great at it. She'll just get down to business, and she'd make all of the cheese, whatever, on the show, and she'd figure it all out. Now, I don't know if she would have eaten the cheese with the maggots in it. I don't think she would have. It was some sort of delicacy.
Where?
That, I guess in Italy. But
well, that's something the Italians can keep. I think this is Italian chocolate. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, James likes that chocolate. I'm not really a fan of it. That's lately I've been getting, well, last time I just went to town on getting a whole bunch of chocolate for him because it was dark chocolate, and I thought, well, it's kind of healthy. So this time though, with the Baci chocolate, I only got one bag for him and one bag for me, and then I said, well, I could go in and get more, if you want more, and he said, no, that's okay. And then it turns out he really likes this chocolate. I don't care for the chocolate. It's okay. How can you go wrong with milk chocolate and hazelnuts? But what I like about this, what it makes it James's special thing, is it has a little saying. It has it in Italian and it has it in English. Till I Loved, I Never Lived, by Emily Dickinson, number 69. So it has a whole little message in it.
Different languages.
Sort of like a fortune.
Some of them are Italian, some are just translated in Italian.
Yeah.
And they've got the English.
Yeah.
In this case, it's the English version.
Mm-hmm. So that makes it a perfect chocolate for James, because it has another language, but I think it makes it quite nice for a lot of people. Like I said, it's like fortune cookie, only instead of a grody cookie, you get an awesome chocolate.
And grody fortunes. I mean, Emily Dickinson's not great shakes, but they've got some good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So that was worth watching, and it was nice thinking of my mom. Dangerous Animals, and the big bad guy, he's a muscular, he's big, muscular Australian guy, and I guess there's a lot of people out there that are kind of they think that those kind of guys are threatening. So the movie works, and it's a scary movie. So I don't know. It might be one that you can whip off a lot on the treadmill or whatever, watching it. Outrageous, based on the true story of the Mitford sisters. There'll be another season of this. This was 270 minutes.
So is that
here.
a promise or a threat?
Well, it was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Because the 1930s, I don't like the 1930s. I don't like watching anything from the 1930s. It's just makes it more of a loser show or a story, book or whatever. I don't like the 1930s.
It's a loser era.
Yeah.
Bad economic times. And
I don't care about the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Whatever. Boring. But this was more interesting than I thought. Certainly more interesting than Downton Abbey. Or sorry, I called it Downtown because that's what I thought it was. For the longest time I'd heard about it. You know, I knew that people watched this show, but I'd never really even paid attention to what the title was. It's Downton Abbey. It's not town. And so I was thinking that, oh, it's a story about like a bunch of vicars who live downtown in some abbey or whatever. It's not. So it's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous again, and it sucks. I don't know why it's so popular. But Maggie Smith's dead for this grand finale. She's not around to be a part of it. They have some, you know, a couple clips of her at the end.
she died.
Memory, yeah.
I think I've seen her act live. She's very good at it.
Yeah, but this is not worth watching. If you like Downton Abbey, you might want to get this out instead and just go for outrageous, because there'll be more seasons to come of this, and this is the grand finale of this. You need something to watch if you like this Lifestyles, the rich and famous 1930s crap. So I don't know if Downton Abbey is 1930s, but yep. So anyway, there you go. That's what I think of that. Midsomer Murders. This was not the best of the Midsomer Murders episodes. The Maid in Splendor, The Straw Woman, Ghosts of Christmas Past, and then there's a map and some other bonus stuff on here. But I really didn't care for it that much. So as far as Midsomer Murders goes, I thought, this wasn't that great. So I put it below Downton Abbey, which was boring. So boring, I don't think anyone should watch it. So Death in Paradise. This is another BBC thing. BBC has some problems. I don't know why. There are many British people who are good actors. Why aren't they getting jobs? Why are these people getting jobs? These actors are terrible. And that cost this, because the stories are actually not that bad. You have great scenery, and a lot of the mysteries are real mysteries. You can sit down, use your brain, and you can solve them while the show's going on, before D.I. Mackenzie Clark solves it. But whereas with Midsomer Murders, a lot of these really aren't mysteries. They're detective drama stories. Barnaby solves the mystery for you. You sit back, relax. Oh, he'll handle it. And your brain can go to sleep. Anyway, so because of the poor acting, this is quite far down in the stack, even though the stories are decent. So maybe they'll pick up some better actors, one could hope, in upcoming seasons. I don't know. So, the Fantastic Four First Steps. This was terrible. Big budget, and they did some great things, like the costumes were great, the sets were great. What else?
Well, the thing was set up pretty convincingly, more convincingly than in the Fantastic Four from about 20 years ago. That hadn't been said.
Now,
well, actually, Sue, whatever her name is, Storm, looked more like
so this actress was probably better at that, but directed not to be Sue Storm. She's getting upset and this and that, and she's not. She's the invisible girl.
Yeah.
So anyway, the problem with this, for the large part, is the acting. These people that they've cast, except for the person that they cast for Sue Storm, like
The way
James
she
said.
looks.
But, yeah,
And somewhat better acting than, what was her name? Jennifer Alba or
Yeah.
something Alba?
yeah.
Who wasn't much of an actor.
But this isn't
Too
just the
thin, yeah.
problem with these actors. They were, I don't know why they were picked. They don't suit the roles that they're given. They're not directed to be the Fantastic Four. They're just not. And the story is, even though they put so much money into it, they have great sets, they have all this stuff, great special effects. They've changed the Silver Surfer to be female. Why? I don't know.
Shala Ball, who is the Silver Surfer's lost love.
Yeah, which shouldn't be the Silver Surfer. She's that character in the original story is the reason why the Silver Surfer is the Silver Surfer, to protect her and her planet. So that anyway. So it doesn't. They've changed some things, and they changed it. I picked it out right away. Well, they want her to be a possible love interest of what's his face, the Flame guy.
Johnny
Storm. Yeah. So.
Flame.
Yeah. But still, even with that element, it doesn't work. It doesn't work having her female. The Silver Surfer needs to be male. And what else about this really did? Oh, I think they realized that they were making a very boring movie. So they thought, well, what can we do? It's so boring. It's dragging. People are going to sleep and they won't see our 7-Up ads and stuff like that.
So
they pump up the music.
Boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. Loud, loud. You can hardly hear the people talk. The actors read their lines or off of a teleprompter probably, because they're such bad actors. But you can hardly hear it because of the loud music. This was terrible.
And especially
so
stood
terrible.
out with the Thing. The Thing acted like you could barely hear his voice. His voice should sound like rocks scraping together, because
Yeah, he's just like
perfectly
quietly,
that's probably what's
calmly
happening.
mumbling
He's
along
probably
or whatever.
got a
and
rocky
it's-
throat.
What?
Rocky tongue.
Ridiculous.
So, for Pete's sake.
And
Horrible
like it's supposed to be like a family dynamic. You have the two parents that are passive and relaxed, and you have the two children. One's like a gigantic rock baby, and the other one's like a teenager, and they're fighting all the time, and they're obnoxious and whatever.
One of the problems I've got with the costuming, see how they've got the Thing in costume. So often, back in the classic stuff, at least the comic books, he was wearing what looked like an oversized diaper. The guy is like a terrible 2, or even younger.
Yeah.
He's constantly blowing
That's
his
what it's
stack,
supposed
throwing
to be
temper
like.
tantrums.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So anyway,
This guy, the guy with the punk hairstyle, or whatever it is, Johnny Storm. Look at the guy who preceded him. He's one of the few people who've acted in these Marvel and DC things who knew how to act.
Yeah.
He also played Captain America when he got a little bit older.
And he was great at that too.
He did
Great
it.
actor, right?
What are you thinking of?
Yep.
You could get all sorts of people.
So aside from Jennifer Alba, that one was they really did a great job picking out the actors for that one.
Reed Richards. Like, look at how round this guy's face is. You should get a sense with Reed
And
Richards.
muscular. Why is he muscular? He's not supposed to be muscular. He's supposed to be like tall and lanky, like
passive and flexible, like like stretching hither, like Gumby or something like that. For Pete's sake. And Reed Richards, this guy's Latino. For Pete's sake, don't male older white actors even in Hollywood get cast? What's that about?
Anyway.
Come up with a new series with a Latino hero or something like that. But don't mess up the story. And the Reed Richards, should be clean shaven. Okay, this guy's got a like a slimy looking mustache, and he's got hair growth on his face. Like, it's not even 5 o'clock. Oh, I'm gonna keep.
You're gonna keep.
It's not even a 5 o'clock shadow. He looks slimy. He looks like a joyful Lothario or something like that.
I disagree with that, but yeah,
what do you disagree?
well, I don't think he looks slimy or anything. I just think he doesn't look like
He looks like a
the role.
womanizer.
He doesn't look like the part. I disagree, but I don't think that he's right for the part. That's all.
Definitely doesn't look like an intellectual.
All right. No, he doesn't. So go ahead and talk about that before the wind really starts whipping.
We knew it would happen.
We knew it would happen.
Yeah, I just don't feel like it. My back's all beaten up and stuff like that.
Oh.
I think I
You
did.
covered it well enough?
Yeah, that'll be enough.
Okay.
I'll just mention them, in succeeding days or stuff like that.
Okay.
I tend to do that.